Bel Air, it's your luckily ding dong day because we're right about to start talking about that. So let's talk about the new announcement that just came out a couple hours ago. Territory Capture Season 1. I don't know who Gabriel is, but we all know who Gabriel is. This is from Eco. I don't know why he used his first name, but he did. Uh, Territory Capture introduced, yes, let's full screen this. 3 years ago, a lot of feedback. The plan below attempts to reinvigorate territory capture with a new season every 3 months, along with additional rewards and benefits. So, there's some big changes that are going to happen. Starting in October, when they start the second Lower Decks update, all territories will be reset. So just like if you were doing a server merge where they wipe all the slate clean of all territories, every 3 months they're going to do it again. Every 3 months going forward will be a season. So October, November, December, January, February, March will be season 2. So the first week of October, all territories are reset. Territory owned will become neutral again. Everything's back up for grabs. When they do this, they're also going to add more stuff to the territory capture research tree, which will also require a new currency. These new chronoton radiation that they're talking about will be a new currency that you will need to source in order to do the new researches that they are going to add. There will also be new services within the territories, so whether they switch them around or whether they just add new things, I don't know that for sure. It's not exactly clear in here. And there will also be a territory capture season pass. This is going to work similar to like a battle pass, where it's going to have a free track and a paid track, and it will give you rewards for hitting certain milestones throughout the territory season. I'm sure if you take a territory, you get points, or if you defend a territory, you get points. And as you do all that, maybe you get something for PvP kills is equal to a number of points during a capture. They don't really go into all the specific details of how that's going to work just yet, but they do say that there will be a free track and a paid track. I'm sure that it'll be a season-long thing because they mentioned the word season in it. So it'll be a 3-month path you'll have to hit these milestones and earn the rewards. Each season will last for 3 months. Again, at the start, all territory will be reset. New season begins. Each season, or within the season pass, you'll get a variety of awards like exclusive forbidden tech, the new chronometric particles, which you need for the new research, officer shards, and unique cosmetic items. So frames and avatars probably, maybe some ship skins that don't do anything, that just make ships look different, like the Rialta skins maybe, or stuff like that. The new pass will be found in the expansions tab alongside the monthly battle pass. So they're going to make a new tab where you'll put the battle pass and the season pass will be tucked away somewhere in there. It will have a free and a premium reward track. Extension to the capture research tree will provide powerful buffs such as more enhancements to mining speed and cargo. Yay, because we don't have enough of that. More hull health and more shield health points, because we're not doing ridiculously crazy numbers with damage with isolytic stuff, so better give people more hull and shield health points to mitigate that. As well as, hell, look, more isolytic damage and defense for fed Klingon Romulan ships. Only your faction ships will get the bonuses for this. So the ones that people spend money on for your faction grinding will get the bonuses. The other ones that you spend money on for the one-trick pony loops will not get any additional bonuses to this stuff. So you won't have big extra bonuses and defense coming for your Talios or your Defiant or any of that kind of stuff. Services are also being updated over the next few seasons, so don't expect them all to roll out right away. Season 1 will have new services only for some territories, so some of them are going to get switched up, not all of them. Will include Monavine ship blueprints, this is what I was talking about earlier, isolytic damage bonuses, extra chronometric particles, and Fed Klingon Romulan reputation enhancements, so you can gain rep faster. Really looking forward to everyone getting their hands on this new territory capture experience. Be seeking as much feedback as possible so we can continue iterate. I hate it. It bugs the crap out of me when they use this word. I don't know why. Something about it. Iterating. It's just a word that bothers me. I don't know what it is. It bothers me. But anywho, that's what they're planning on doing. So there we go. Let's go back up and take a look here. Telling me we can expect to wait 3 years for other things to get reinvigorated. Hopefully not that long. In fact, I'm actually trying to put together a little bit of a short list of things that I would like them to try and update. We're going to talk more about that in a minute too. See if you guys have any other suggestions about things that are maybe just some low-hanging fruit that actually might make a little bit of an impact, just in terms of the overall, growth for players of a variety of levels. We'll get to that in a second. They're going to shake the Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah, basically. They're going to shake it up. Shake it off. Taylor Swift it. Shake it off. Yes, we need more currency. Well, yeah. I mean, if your alliance has territory, you're probably doing these things already, right? So it might not change too much. The thing that it will change, of course, is the map resetting every 3 months. It's going to force you. You might keep the same footprint and just keep going back to the same places over and over again. If the buffs move around, the top 5 alliances are probably going to want specific territories or specific buffs. So they're going to be more competitive about that kind of stuff. And then, the alliances that aren't in the top 5 and aren't really PvP focused and competing for them will just pick up whatever, just move around, kind of nomad around, and whatever ones are left. Hopefully, it's done in a way unlike how the territory events used to go. We had those territory rush events, because what essentially would always happen is like the top 2 or 3 alliances would drop everything and they would just show up at every territory capture and just take every territory on the map, because you got more points for taking territory than you did for keeping it. So they would just show up and just, the Whale Alliance would just constantly just push everybody and make sure nobody had any territory, because that's how they got the most points. So hopefully they score it right or balance it right, so that way that doesn't happen. Otherwise, you'll just have one alliance dominating the board for the first week or 2 until they finish their battle pass, and then they'll be like, okay, never mind, everybody else can go back to it now. It does. Darth Adama, thank you for the resubscription. Jesse, thank you for the resubscription as well. And look at that. The 2 of you guys started up a hype train. Olympus banned that word. Thank you. Hopefully I'll never have to say it again. Yeah, it does seem like it's going to be more PvP focused with all these new officers they just gave us for PvP, right? And maybe this will be how we continue to source Billups and Ransom and Freeman in the future. Sava, thank you for the resubscription for month number 10. And Ace throwing in 100 more bits. And just like that, level 1 is done. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah. It has potential. Like money of their ideas. Yes, like money of their ideas. It has potential. It looks good on paper. Now we just have, it's like your fantasy football team. It looks good on paper, but you still need the guys to show up every week and do the work to actually make it happen and be successful. So we'll have to see how it's implemented, what the scoring mechanism is, the mechanics for it, the milestones where they're set, to know whether or not it's actually going to be worth it. But so far, I'm optimistic. Maybe a little, we'll call it guardedly optimistic, not foolishly optimistic. I'm guardedly optimistic. Sell PvP officers and then give an update to territory. Constant repairs. Yep. The whole announcement bothers you? What? Okay, Stewie. Is there anything specifically about it that bothers you? Or you're just like, F this, I hate territory capture as it is. Scopely will use whatever feedback just to sell us stuff. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they definitely, see an opportunity. Balabon was talking about stocking up on Isogen. That is an excellent idea. Particularly 2-star and 3-star Isogen, because there will be times when you do not have 2-star or 3-star available. Because when they wipe the map clean, it'll be on a Tuesday. There's no territory captures on Tuesdays. And then the first systems you can start gaining access to on Wednesdays are some of the 1-star systems, which might have 1 and 2-star Isogen, but you're not going to have access to 3-star Isogen. And that's assuming your alliance can win one of those. And there won't be anybody even out to go farm it and kill to get it from, because not very few alliances will even have access to territories yet. So now that we know this is coming, it would be an excellent time to make sure you are stocked up on got a couple million Isogen in the bank, particularly 2-star and 3-star. 1-star you can still get outside of territory. There are these systems over here. Over here. Where the heck are they? Yeah, these guys, right? You do have some 1-star Isogen available here. There are also a few nodes in Eclipse space in these systems that also have some 1-star Isogen mining nodes. So 1-star, it is still possible to get with owning 0 territory. 2-star and 3-star, you either have to own territory or find people who are OPC and kill them to take theirs. So if you got it, it's loading up, like I said, on a million or two of 2-star and 3-star Isogen. Probably a good idea. So, all right. Oh boy, let's see what Stewie had to say here. Stewie, if you would just agree to come on the channel, you could actually just talk this whole rant out, and we could hear it in your iconic voice as well. I can hear the conversation now. TC is stagnant. Hardly anyone engages in it anymore. Yep. Do you think we should find out what's driven the players away from it? Maybe make it more engaging? Nah, F that. Just reset it every 3 months. That way, if they want the goodies, they have to do it. Oh, and shove some stuff in there they can spend money on, too. That probably was the conversation. People seem to like it when we did those territory shakeups. They keep asking us when we're going to do it again. So why don't we just make it happen all the time? It was a good idea when we did it every year. We haven't done it in 2 years. So let's bring it back. Funny, I was talking about Harry Kim. They're selling him today. Really? They're selling Harry Kim? Well, there you go. If I didn't point it out earlier, Voodoo, thank you also for the resubscription for month number 3. Oh, we're selling Neelix. We're selling Torres. We're selling Harry Kim. $100 gets you... Okay. It's an unlock and a tier up. I mean, it's not terrible. If you're someone who spends money, it's not a terrible value for that. I won't be buying it. They already got my money this month. We're good. Thank you guys for contributing. 4 subs and 100 bits thrown in there. We got 28% of a level 2 hype train completed. Thank you guys. Zavco, it's not possible on your server to mine it. Well, the good thing is that it's pretty quick. If your Meridian is up, you can go in and at least grab a little bit. Just kind of keep your eyes open. When you see somebody warp in, just zoom out and zoom home. 2-star takes a little longer. 3 stars can go pretty quickly. You can get some 3-star pretty quickly. Or if you find a time, those off times of night when there's fewer people around. Chico throwing in 300 bits. Thank you very much for that. This is more than Turf Wars. This is more than Turf Wars. Instead of giving us Turf Wars, they held Turf Wars back and instead just revamped the whole thing and basically made it like a permanent version of Turf Wars. Yeah, it definitely benefits the larger alliances for sure. Smaller alliances are either going to get gobbled up and they're going to have to merge, or they're going to basically just, do what they do now, which is let the big boys slug it out for the first week or two of the new quarter, the new season. And then once they're all settled into their spots, then they can just go grab the one or two little off, off systems that the other guys don't want, and just get their foot in the door, get some points, get on the board, and see what they do. Ace, you got your free Dolomide. Scopely got enough out of you this month? Exactly. Exactly. Oh, let's do this. I can do this now while we're waiting. So, yeah, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic that this will work out well. And at least, if nothing else, at least the first time around, right? It'll be a little more exciting. We'll get territory reset again. If you just had a server merge or something like that, well, you're pretty used to this. We've got more servers merging this month. I know some people are merging for like the second time. But how are we doing here? So, all right, so we're okay on 3. Could use to grab a little more too when we're done with this. Where are you? Oh, you're grabbing 2. Okay. That's not the meridian, is it? That's the horizon. Okay. Olympus, you're actually tempted to give him $20 for the first time since, you think, for the Defiant? Wow, you haven't bought a battle pass in that long? Yeah, I can see how this announcement certainly does make the bottom half of the battle pass with the guaranteed Carol Freeman more enticing. She is a solid PvP officer. Certainly does open up, brings back some old crews. We've talked about this before. Other people have talked about this a lot. And Thursday we'll probably try and do some stuff with her on the show. You expect to be disappointed, Voltron? I mean, if you start with your expectations low, then the only place they can go from there is up, right? If they don't do anything useful with it, well then it's like, no biggie. If they do manage to pull it off and give us something interesting and exciting, well then we win, right? That's a win-win. Assaults 2.0. I don't think we're quite there. All right, where is this piece of crap? There we go. Let's go kill. We're taking Pike. We're taking Spock. I don't know if I have Jayla on this account. I don't think I do. HI Nope, I don't have Jayla on this account. Um, yeah, we'll just use Gorkon then. You're not sure about that one? I think if I was face down in the gutter, I would still see them looking back up at me. Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't universally apply to all situations. All right. How many of these things do I have to kill here? Let's start with that. I need 7 million points. If I can kill 43s, we'll call that 4 per million. I'd have to kill about 28 level 43s. Okay, let's go try and kill some 43s. And we've got 9 minutes to kill while we fly all the way out there. Don't worry, it'll crash. I'll have to reboot. Positive spin is we can be excited to see what things they don't screw up. I will 100% agree. Territory conflict has gotten incredibly stale. Most of the time, people are like, "Yeah, we got a territory defense," and like 9 people show up because they know nobody's coming to attack it. And the 9 people who show up get mad that they're the only ones there and that nobody else is showing up to defend it. And it's like, that's because the only alliance that can attack us isn't coming to attack us. And even if they do, who cares? We'll just take it back from them next week. It's not really a big deal. Most of the time. Some people occasionally, if you have one of the like the real like the 3-star systems or things like that where you've got the 4-star mining, people are a little more, amped up to defend those. But if you just have one of the, the perimeter systems or one of the low level ones that you're like, you know what, if that other alliance wants to, start some trouble, well then bring it and we'll see what happens because maybe you'll catch us with our pants down for the first one, but when we come back, we're taking it back and, we're going to slaughter you every chance we see you for stealing our territory. But for the most part, most territory defenses I see have very few people show up and very few people come to try and attack. Some servers are different than others. These are just my experiences on the servers I'm on. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on because there really isn't a lot of incentive to do it either. Oh no, you have a slightly better buff than what maybe, or you have, you know, a gas node and we need that. So this actually might raise the overall value depending on again what's in this season pass and make it actually meaningful again. At least for the the first 1 or 2 uh, seasons, at least for the first iterations, this should be excellent.